accounting firms that we worked with where they measure their KPIs, probably 30 KPIs each month, varying from financials to employees. There was a process where their cash flow was dry, and typically a business owner or accountant will say, I know how much money I've got in the bank, I know what my debtors are, I know what my creditors are, I know what my WIP. That's all I need to know. But how can I then go back and say, in measuring your KPIs, if your productivity results as a group or individual are not to what you decided to do, then how can you improve it? So the first thing in any business improvement process is you must measure, and they do that by KPIs. Once you start understanding you can measure it, you can then start to set goals. Goals are then crucial. For example, in the accounting industry, this accounting firm wanted to have a 68% overall productivity of their employees. And when they first started, it was about 45. And they kept measuring it and changing. Most importantly, once you measure your KPI, you then need to focus on the ones you want to improve and implement some strategies. And the accounting industry implemented some procedures and systems to make sure the workflow was coming in quicker and moving out a lot better. Their productivity then increased and measured it every day. So once you've set the goals, hey, you can then do some budgets for employees. When I had my accounting firm, my teams were on certain budgets for productivity and their budgets, and if they met that budgets, they got bonuses. So we then measured the KPI all the time. It's really excellent if you then can communicate these KPIs across the board to your employees, so therefore everybody's on the same page. So Mark, the research we've done is just so crucial to start off with any business improvement, is to start measuring what we call key performance indicators.
Okay, so what you're saying, Lloyd, is that if you want to improve your business or grow your business or even just run a successful business, it's absolutely essential that you identify and set and then measure a whole range of various KPIs.
Mark, it is so crucial, and it's not just measuring a small amount. You may start off slowly, but it's the key performance indicators that you should measure so you can move your business to where you want to. Therefore, you can start concentrating on certain sections of your business. And then your time's going to be yours so you can look after and spend more time with your family. Come back to that, why we're in business. I want everybody to have the time and the ability to spend more time with the family. It's great to see your kids go to school in the morning. It's great to see your kids come home from school and then spend some time with their homework, but also have your balance, and that's why we call it iBalance, so you can balance your work life and your family life. So it's crucial, Mark. KPIs, you've got to start with them.
Great. So look, the next question again is, the next question then would be, how do you actually do it?
It's easy. Pretty easy, I should say. Don't get simple and easy confused. When we first started to work with KPIs, the first thing was, what do I do? What KPIs am I going to measure? And most accountants and some business owners would say, yeah, look, I can measure, as I said before, the basic ones, how much money I've got in the bank and how much people owe me, and creditors and WIP. That's a great start. But you then need to move your way through. The problem that we found when we first started was it all became too difficult, so we forgot about it and just moved on. We didn't do it every month until I started to get some simple processes. And the three simple processes are, look at the KPI list. We've got a great financial tool I'm going to show you very shortly. And then enter that into your KPI scorecard so life becomes a lot easier. So that's what the three tools we're going to talk about, Mark.
Okay, Lloyd, so can you tell us a bit more about those?
Okay. Let's talk about this first step. And as I've been saying to you before, the first step is to what we love calling is the KISS principle. I think we all know what that means. Keep it simple. So when you're first starting your KPIs, think about what KPIs that you want to control. Don't start off with 50 or 100 from our experience because it becomes too hard. My suggestion is 10 to 15 to start off with and then build your way up And you'll find KPIs as you start understanding your business a lot more and behind the scenes so you can measure. So use the KISS theory. As accountants, we can work with, number one, the financial ratios, and I'll talk to you very shortly about the 17 financial ratios that can be developed using the iProfit tool. The most important asset in your business, of course, is employees. You need to communicate with them and you need to review them, but most importantly, Mark, you need to measure them so they can be improved. The last type of KPI that I'd be suggesting just to keep you moving is your clients or your customers. I'd like to know items like, what is my average fee base? What are my top 20, the 80-20 rule, 20% of my clients? These type of things, so I can concentrate on those key issues. I know some accounting firms will say their average fee base is $5,000. So therefore, any client under that item, they would review and say, okay, it's a new client, maybe I'll take this client on and improve it up to that figure, or no, this client's never going to get to there, sorry, we cannot service you, but the guy around the road may do. So unless you know your KPIs, you know it regularly, it's very difficult. So step one is to start very simply, think about the lists of what you're going to do,